think this is quality video.
This is the quality content that people are coming for when they hear BrokeRock. They're looking for this.
Hello, Fox fans. Bonjour, and welcome to the first episode of a new survival multiplayer that I was invited to, BrokeRock. This has been a wonderful new experience for me, and I have had too much fun playing with my new server mates. There are 9 of us, and we are all teamed up into 4 different groups. To start the series, we decided to start with a spawn build competition to get to know our teams and server mates. My teammate is named Donut, and we are the feminine faction. We have been having a great time working together for the build competition and tried very hard to record together. Both of us have been experiencing technical difficulties, and I have lost most of what we recorded together. As a matter of fact, many of the people here on the server have had various technical issues over the week, and I am interested to see how everyone does on their first video. So, for the competition, we decided to have each team work on a spawn build together with our chosen block palette we are going to use when we build our base. The 5 block types we chose were given to us in a chest, and a single chunk was enclosed with a huge sand wall to keep our work on the hush-hush while they were in progress. In addition, we had some community chests with dyes, glass, and stone that we could use in our builds. Everything else has been straight up vanilla survival. The tools, armor, food were all obtained the good old-fashioned way. So, I was able to collaborate with 3 of the other members, 1 from each team, and we had an impromptu judging of our very different builds. Let me introduce you to Wonky Dude, Mr. Fearless, and Blue Juice.
Ladies and gentlemen, just know,
Perfect.
even though there are only 4 if you count Wonky, I don't, people online for our base builds, we will put in the effort, and we will do the best life and house tours you've seen, starting with Wonky. Once again, I don't view you as a person. Hi, I'm
Well, he
Blue
can't
Juice.
talk.
That's why I'm bullying him, because he can't have any smart retorts.
He can't defend himself. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, and especially not Minecraft.
I'll look away if
Yep.
you want to hit him.
Please don't.
Hey, that's cheating. You can't plant berries in landmines.
Alright. No, let's check out Wonky's build.
Yeah, show us around.
Show us around. Time for text-to-speech.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun adding a voice.
Sin made
So
the bottom
Sin made
level.
the bottom. Okay.
Ooh, that is a... Then I made the tower. So is...
The tower's my favorite part.
The tower is...
The tower's the best part.
But you're obsessed with towers. That shouldn't count.
I'm kind of obsessed with towers too, so.
Come on, it's a good tower.
You
It could be
weird
tower
people.
season.
I
Not
like the
obsessed
palette
with
you guys
towers.
chose. It really worked. It's all
Yes, it
orange
does.
and gray, and it's nice. This
Yes,
is
it
the
does.
this is my
Even the
favorite
blue
part
bed.
of the build.
Mhm.
Just because of the blue bed. That's it. No, this
Well,
is
it'd be a
really
little
nice.
bit better if it was cyan, but you know.
I think you get subtracted points because it's not a red bed.
Mm,
Aw.
okay. I always have a light blue
Always
bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Likely story.
you just gave one to Penguin, huh? This is Penguin's house?
It was really funny because when I first visited this, it was empty.
Is he Quasimodo?
It was like
He just needs a bell up
I
here
just-
to ding.
Monkey. I just
They just
figured you had
punished
claimed like the whole tower for yourself.
Penguin just got punished. He's like, yeah, you don't want to put in any work? Okay.
Penguin's
Sleeping in
Quasimodo,
the
I
tower
love it.
today. Ooh, a farm out back?
Very nice. Yeah, it's a starter home.
Very
Very
nice.
important. Very nice.
important. Ooh,
I like your
Most important part
stable
about
too.
your farm.
the
Berries.
No! Ow! Ow!
How dare you turn on the berries?
Ow!
Not very proud.
Why do you do this?
Everybody's turning red. It's green.
You can't escape the berries.
Fearless, I will turn you black and blue. So,
Since Zaki designed it all,
I think you guys did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
so
it was
too.
really nice. Color palette's
I
good.
think I think you just need the
oh.
color palette's great. I think I would have added a little bit more details to it or given it more dimension because it's got some flat sides and stuff, but it looks cool.
I think it's a very good
I do
shape.
like it.
It does
Uh,
remind me like of a
yeah,
Minecraft
it's
church,
great.
but much better.
It does not remind me of a church. It reminds me like an old like lighthouse tower, something that you would have like that. If you would have made it a little bit bigger, I felt like 4 people was cramped in there. Much like
Yeah, it's a little
3.
too narrow.
The other
But you know,
thing
but
is,
it's Senzaki's fault, right? Because he was the one that built the bottom, so
Yes,
he just
exactly.
Yeah,
went with
he's
what
not
you
here to
had
defend
go with.
himself, so we can easily blame him.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll blame.
The other thing, your team color is black, and
This is cyan.
is cyan concrete.
Yeah.
Ding,
Well,
ding, ding, ding,
yeah,
ding.
I know.
Ban.
The
him.
they misunderstood, I think, that
doing
we were
team
supposed to be
colors.
doing our team colors.
Oh, so you guys didn't know that we were doing team colors.
Yeah.
You guys got to study more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this could have used? A crypt right here, and then a graveyard, so you could have easily identified it as a church.
Oh,
So Quasimodo wouldn't feel alone.
But it. Oh,
true.
that's true.
Very true.
I have a bell if you want to add a bell to the top.
Hey, stay out of my... I have the bell.
No, I have a bell, not that.
No, we could
far.
just give it a little pinch and take that bell and put it on his build.
No. Stay away from my bell. All right, I want to see Amazing Fearless because I have a lot to rip this thing for.
Wow.
I am the Simon
Aw.
Cowell of this group for sure. First of all,
I love it. I can't wait.
beautiful palette. I love the outfit.
Yeah, it is really cool. I love the Victorian theme.
I don't like that you have a horse in your house.
I'm not sure how he made it in here. He's not supposed to be here, but he just really likes beds.
He wasn't here.
He
This.
is a very nice.
He's a purebred, and he is too used to luxury.
Bonus points because Myrtle is a berry. And totally not the name of a Harry Potter character. that
Nothing
we're not
suspicious
allowed to
happened here.
know.
Don't look at the jam on the floor.
I was
Nothing
just
suspicious
wondering.
happened here. This villager has been the same villager since the beginning.
No,
There has not been a replacement
I
mid-episode.
don't know.
We need a Barry
This axe
CSI
was
over
not
to
used for
examine
anything
this.
else. It was always a display item.
Okay.
Well, this is the first floor. We put in a
Very
little glass roof.
Yeah, I
see
love that.
That's very nice.
It doubles as a glass floor for the next
So you
level.
have to duck to go underneath this? What's the deal? Because I can't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to go around.
What the heck? Points on
Or
that.
I usually,
Points on
yeah, I
that.
had to open it and close it to like get in there.
Weirdos.
Still can't
Very
get in.
weird.
There we go.
A lot of
Yeah,
red.
I didn't love that
A lot
part.
of red inside.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
the
the
red.
color is red.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely
should be
like a
red.
bachelor pad.
It's for sure a bachelor pad. No woman would let anyone come in this house.
And I love how organized you guys are. It's
You
amazing.
guys are-
Everything is very clearly labeled.
Well, Amazing
your
is a very
beds.
good organizer.
I bet. Well,
did
I bet
you
his
get
underwear
these?
have the days of the week on them too, don't they?
Are the looms
Probably.
naturally this color, or did you dye them or something?
Oh, no, they're naturally that color. That's just the back.
That looks really cool. I did not
Yeah,
know
it
that.
does.
Creative.
Yeah.
That's really creative.
I forgot that you could decorate with them because they make really good like empty bookshelves and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're
Super
great.
nice.
There's a lot of great
I didn't even
blocks
know.
from the latest update.
Empty
No kidding.
bookshelves. That's a really nice one.
But then I was
This is
just
the
glad that
fully fledged enchanting station, and we had this before anybody else did. Level
You
30.
you
say
did.
that, but
You're slow, Blue.
I
Don't even.
care.
Don't you can't even
no,
compete.
we can't play all night long like you guys.
Some of us,
I say we.
some of us have partners that were gone on vacation. Okay, so I was doing all the work. Don't mean to flex on you, but
There seems to be a block missing from your roof. Ahem.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of this! We're not judging my
Like
side yet.
Okay, we'll get there.
Where?
No.
It's right there on the lower level by the bell.
Ugh,
Oh.
there's technically 2 missing.
It's a great
I
view.
know they're kind of like right up against each other. I mean,
we're
like
really close.
Yeah,
neighbors.
Blue. Why did you have to make it so close to her build? You're really impeding on their progress.
I have to borrow your sugar a lot, so I don't know what you want me to say.
so this way you could just holler out of the balcony instead of knocking on the door.
Exactly. We have a we got to set up a secret trading chamber to go through here. That would be a very nice addition.
Yeah,
the
way to
builds.
make me and Wonky feel left out. Great.
Good. We're gonna work close together. All right, I am going down.
Down now?
Down. Yep. Any thoughts, anybody? Anybody want to rip a hole? Or do I just get to do that?
No,
at the
you
end?
start.
Okay. So, thematically,
Aw.
everything is great.
Mm.
Everything worked well. The color palette was good. A lot of texture. I'm suspicious of the jam. I think
Don't
I'm
be
going to
It's
report
not
that.
suspicious whatsoever.
And I have a sword, so don't do anything to me. Myrtle, I feel like
Look how,
you
look how
tried a
trusting
good
Myrtle is.
thing, but he's a terrible
Myrtle's
guard
lived a
dog.
good life.
And
He's a terrible what?
he's lived a terrible life.
Oh yeah,
He's been here, and
confined to this area.
honestly, I think I would change him to maybe a going mad Myrtle, because he's been locked in this room this whole time. I'm pretty sure that's abuse.
No, he
Other
loves
than
it
that, I hate the color red.
here. Wow.
And other than
Aw.
that, I'm pretty good.
You hate the color red?
I hate your color. It's
But
not,
I'm red.
It's not very blue.
No.
It's just not very blue. That's all.
Aw.
Dude, I love these little things. Whenever you stand in them, here, someone pull the horse away.
Don't suffocate. Blue juice was here all along.
Well, you're wearing red. Do you know that? You're wearing red.
Oh no!
Yeah, you were.
You
So
were.
you're
You're
red
wearing
fanboy all
red.
the time.
Yeah. It's definitely
no.
out of the closet now.
No, I like this build. It was easily the. I don't know. It was like number 36 on my list of builds in the town,
Yeah.
so it was nice.
Good work. Nice job.
What about you guys?
I love this build. I think it's amazing. I think the only reason that that it didn't come in first for me, and because we can see each other's votes, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
what are you talking about? We
I
have
gotta
not voted
explain
yet.
myself. I gotta explain myself. Is because this one I love the red and the gray and the sandstone. I do not like the acacia. I've never loved acacia.
Looks
And
like-
then these doors drove me nuts. And then there's just something about it that's a little bit I still had a really hard time kind of putting it into words, but there's no, I think it's the acacia.
It's kinda
I don't know.
clunky.
It's the thing that just it throws me off just enough to where I can't settle and be like, oh my god, I just want to move in.
Monkey. I think your text to speech was trying to read Wonkies, but she was still talking, so
Sorry.
I will read it for you. I really like it. I didn't think it had 3 levels until I was in it. Super cool. Not as good as Blue's house, though.
Yeah,
I think so too, Wonky. I think so too. My house doesn't even look as good as these houses, and I'm talking the most trash.
Well, that's how you can tell.
The armor stands were a great addition. They really were.
Yeah, they are.
I did not steal that idea of Foxy.
I was asking for stuff, but I didn't have enough leather to like really do like dyed armor and like the whole shebang. I just wanted to decorate a little bit, but
You know, my horse is very distracting. He likes to jump a lot.
yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's
Look at
almost like someone put that in here on purpose to mess with the validity of your recording. Okay, welcome to NeoIndustries' first starter home. This is our theme was future, and we went with a white color, so that's obviously not very challenging. We had a well feature in the original build, so I wanted to keep that. So I've made a futuristic floating well with unlimited water. So, as you can see here, I'm doing really well. And then our entrance, we gotta have some futuristic redstone. No flaws in that redstone at all. Just walk on in. Not a single problem with that. As you can see, we went with a real open concept.
Why does the door close behind you?
Hey,
Oh, hey!
hey.
It's Pix.
Hey, Pixel. So this is Pixel's room. He has a little futuristic light bar lamp, a wonderful yellow theme, and he's got our little dining room table here for just us, just 2 dudes making it through life, 3 stoves because we love cooking, and a cauldron because sometimes we get into the potions late. And
I
then
thought this was a bath.
a bath.
Yeah.
A bath. We have a hose.
Look at you, red and blue. You can make a purple jelly. Squish. Sorry, kidding.
No, we also have a little green room in here that we use to grow our plants because on our planet in the future we actually don't have oxygen because we destroyed Earth. So yeah.
Well, you just destroyed some Earth. Speaking about destroying Earth.
I know, that's what I was trying to do. So yeah, but it's very nice to use this. We use water elevators in here because it's much more efficient. This is my bedroom. I read a lot, so we got plenty of books, an enchanting table, our standard light bar lamps, good seating area because I have a lot of friends. Don't ask, they go to another school. And this is my bedroom. Our theme was to stick into the white theme, and we wanted to keep alive the original colors of the actual build. So we kept the orange and yellow theme that the village originally had. So, but we didn't want to put ugly acacia theme because of our next door neighbor.
It's lucky. It would have just completely thrown you out of the running.
If you look up, also we have hang lighting. It's he's really butchering that. Our hang lighting is double lighted, so that it just keeps everything illuminated. It really keeps the depth. So really nice. And then of course our balcony.
Doesn't feel like superfluous at all.
Not at all. And then of course our balcony is just so we can look over our beautiful town. We have great neighbors next door. Not so much.
I like the hidden rooms you have over here. Very spacious.
Hey. This is a private matter. This is private. This is not at all a broken build or anything. At all. Not an issue. Just
no, it's a feature.
It's not a feature.
Seriously, that could be like your little bathroom.
Yeah.
I hope there's no.
You can move the bathroom there, here into there.
Where is amazing sound? No, sorry. That's too soon,
Also,
right?
Too soon. Also, our tables actually float. We don't have anything underneath that.
Yeah, I can see there's a whole anti-gravity thing going on.
Yeah, we have found the secret to anti-gravity, and we're working on studying that currently. So we'll keep everybody up to date. But we're all good. This is the whole house.
Very cool.
Oh.
I love it.
Gotta ring the bell.
Yeah, we do have some criticisms though.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Why was the bell covered in random blocks when we came over here?
Because
yeah.
I
It was
wanted
really
to
unappealing.
protect it from...
And look, you don't even light up your build?
This actually came over from your build.
This came over from your house,
Yeah.
man.
I'm not sure.
Look at how well lit my house is. Literally every single
It's very
block
futuristic.
from the outside of mine is lit. It is super futuristic.
I love the windows.
Thank
But you know, I don't think it's futuristic because you have plants growing in it. And obviously in the future they don't have plants whatsoever.
Why would you
They
say
eat
that?
Soylent Green. They eat Soylent Blue.
Listen, we have plants because we're vegan, and we are actually realize that soy is a real life form, and it can think. So every day you eat soy, you are murdering something.
I like the well design. It's really futuristic. I like how it looks like it's floating.
Yeah,
But I
love
don't
the
like
well.
the cobblestone at the bottom.
I wanted to leave that there just because it kind of kept with the old theme, but yeah, I accept that as criticism. It doesn't really matter.
I honestly didn't notice that just till you said that.
Yes.
So I definitely accept that. Anything else to say?
I like the lighting. It's really cool. I like the sea lanterns and rods. It makes it look really nice.
Thank you.
But you should definitely move the bath out of the kitchen.
Move the what?
Move the bath out of the kitchen.
I will definitely move the bath out of the kitchen if I ever figure out why anyone would bathe in that thing.
I love these walls. They're so cool.
They
mean,
look really good.
I
would
live
never think of
in a
something
house
like
like this. Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's one of the reasons why I think it's so impressive is because I cannot think in this sort of abstract, minimalist way most of the time. So it's so hard for me to consider it. So when I see it, it's always a little bit more shocking for me.
Yeah, this is the frame was built by Pixel, and then I just kind of filled it in with some color and that kind of combination just worked really well. It really was a challenge. So thanks. Next.
My turn.
Time to beat.
Okay, the feminine faction. This is our build. It's sort of a fantasy Nordic style build, I guess. And our team color is brown, so we've gone with a lot of wood, which is kind of what we wanted to do anyway. We kind of have a naturalistic um, style that we're going to be going with. And then when we started out, I think I sort of built the frame, but the way that I build is just start and then like keep tweaking until I get it to the way I like it. It's not exactly professional, but it kind of helps me with my creativity because I can figure out how I want things to look gradually. And so yeah, this building has kind of gone through like 3 different stages where we just had like the first floor and then one room here, and then I redid the roof. And then once we completely finished the house, I decided I wanted to add a tower. So I added a tower as well, and that is up here. So second floor. Originally, it was just like this tiny little room up here. Before I decided I wanted to add the tower, and so it was really small for 2 beds and everything. But now there's a little closet, and then there is the tower room, which has got some more storage and people and stuff. And yeah, that's it.
Very nice. What do
Very
you have
nice.
outside?
Outside, let's see. Okay, I do have like a little starter garden, and then of course a little starter farm with a tiny bit of protection for the poor little sheep. And then yeah, the sand wall was right here. So I forgot. Actually, technically, Donut did the garden. I modified it a couple of times to get it to fit with the house while I was working on the trim and everything. But yeah, we have
Hey guys.
we have a little fishing pond and everything.
I know why she didn't want us to come look out the outside.
Oh, come
Look at
on.
this. Look at this.
Come on.
Simon Cowell. Look at it. It's
I don't see
flat.
anything wrong with it. It's perfect.
What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The whole point of building
Everybody look
inside this one
away.
little thing was.
No, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys this thing over here. Look at this. Look at this campfire. I've got this this little campfire here, and some chairs to sit in. It's very relaxing. All here.
I like that you both
Very
have
relaxing.
the same exact thoughts.
Very
Just
relaxing.
both hopped in the fire.
Well, it's okay. I like my berries cooked.
Okay, I want to go last.
Yes, they do, Wonky. Yes, they do.
All right.
But
Alright.
yeah, so I definitely understand the criticism because like back here, this part was right up against the sand wall, and I had remembered it when I first started building up over in this area, but once I really started going, I kind of forgot that it was like that right there, and I had already had to change some things that were built into the sand wall before that. But having those big sand walls there was just sort of it was so limiting because it was so hard to picture the world without them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did forget that, but that's all right. It'll be like a 2-minute fix once I'm able to actually fix it after the judging, because I wasn't gonna cheat and fix it after the sand walls came.
Okay.
Tempted.
I'm glad you're not a cheater.
Very nice build. Super very nice. Wonky, you first. You want to go? Want to let everybody know what you're thinking? Shh, be quiet.
Oh, stop looking at that side. Jeez.
Text to speech has to be able to see it.
I'm not taking anything from your
Can't say the
farm.
name.
Good luck.
What?
I like the
Hey.
prism that it doesn't.
Somebody too lazy to go find his own beats?
You
I
guys
know
were
exactly.
talking over his text-to-speech again. You were like, let's be quiet. And then immediately started talking.
We were,
Sorry, I didn't know when it was going to pop up. It could be another 30 minutes. I don't know.
okay. So
I didn't see what it said.
he said he doesn't like the prismarine because it's ugly. Foxy. I don't want you to remember who I voted for because I have to vote still. Remember.
Mhm.
So, I have a lot of bad things to say. Okay, so first of all, with the good, the color palette is amazing. I honestly have never used dark prismarine before. I don't really think it's an attractive block. You changed my mind on that.
Cool.
The mixing of grays, I always think that's kind of looks tacky. A lot of people just throw in mixed blocks, but it doesn't really have any good correlation. Here you've got like a foundation. It's got an outside texture, an inside texture, and it works really well. You did the wood floors really good. The texture doesn't look mixed. It looks like it's nice and organized. I would put this floor in my real house. Super cool. That being said, the upstairs starts to reveal the issues. You have tons of storage, which is great, but you have nothing else. You have really nothing. The farms outside kind of make up for a little bit. You don't have an enchanting table. Your cooking station is weak to say the least. This is absurd.
Where's the bath?
Right here.
The bath is right here. Don't worry.
Thanks.
There is definitely a bath. I like the map. The size of the build just it underwhelms me. I just find it very, very underwhelming. I look at the outside of your build, and because of all the texture you put in, it looks so big and like really nice and textured. But whenever you get inside, all the height is really the only size you get. Your rooms are really tiny. You have to kind of creep around to go do stuff. It looks pretty, but it's not functional. At least for me.
Yeah.
I would need a lot more room than this because I'm a sloppy blue juice. I'll bring up the wall, even though I already brought it up. That just screams that you didn't really double check your build. I built my entire build with the idea that the walls were going to be confining me. Everyone else had done that here. You seem to have messed up on that. Other than that, everything looked gorgeous. But yeah. Anything else anybody wants to add?
When the walls first came down and I first walked over here, the first thing that struck me was not the roof, not the beauty of the build, but this animal pen over here. I did not think of an animal pen. I was, we have all built like these very singular builds. He built a little well, but we didn't really think about what we would do on the outside of our build because we had such a small amount of space we were constrained to.
Yep.
And you really took advantage of that on the outside here with this little farm, this little campfire area that I like to stand in sometimes when I'm not feeling so good. And I really like the pen. I just never thought of bringing animals into my build. We do have a villager, but I don't think it's fair to call them animals. It seems a little.
I would say in defense of the library, I mean, because I've got like most of the other elements. I don't have like fancy, electronics to cook my meat faster and smelt my ores faster. But I mean, I have a cooking station. But the library, that one was. I still only had like 3 diamonds to my name like a couple of days ago. So, considering how many times I like took this down and like rebuilt parts of it, I just did not have time to go and find diamonds and obsidian. It wasn't until after this part was done that I was able to start doing that.
True. Okay. All right. Well, everybody kind of put their thoughts out there. I guess we're gonna go vote again, right?
You mean vote for the first time?
I mean, yeah,
Vote
yeah.
for the first time, yeah.
Vote, yeah, for the first time. So I'm just gonna vote for this white team. They think they really did really good.
What?
Yeah, man. You didn't vote for the white team?
Not anymore.
Well, I voted for my favorite. I had to rip you a new one because I mean you can't just say a bunch of nice stuff about it and then call it a day.
How do I look? It suits me, doesn't it?
I don't think it does. I think it looks really nice. The blue color. Hold on. Let me see. I have an idea. I've got an easy.
Well, I think this matches my shirt. I think they almost blend too much. You need a little bit more contrast.
Oh, okay. I'll do my little fake voting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before I can cast my vote.
Your real vote?
Yes, my real vote.
Yeah.
Before I can cast my real vote, we needed to really review all these amazing builds.
Okay.
You see, I think the obvious best one is mine, but unfortunately, I cannot vote that way.
Yes.
So, I think Foxy had a lot going on with her amazing build with the brown, but I think the brown really turned me off, unfortunately.
Ooh,
It's a little bit too much. And the same with Blue's build. It's a little too much white for me. So, and the berry's a little bit too much for me too. So, I think my vote is going to have to go to the second best team, which is obviously Wonky, because they have done such a great job with their work, and I think they deserve my vote. I know that they had a lot of trouble getting together and really getting this build in place, but I'm really happy that they were able to get something done. And I really do like it. I like the shape. It kind of reminds me of a traditional Minecraft church.
Yeah, you guys did do a great job, especially considering all the problems your team was having.
Yeah. Zaki couldn't even get your spawn for a while.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Good old figuring it out.
And I love the chimney.
Yeah,
yeah, the chimney's a really nice touch, I think.
Oh, I didn't even notice the chimney.
Yeah,
I wanted to add one, but I was like, I don't.
Changing my vote. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We can't change our vote now. We've already voted for a second time. I mean, first time. So we have to leave it. No, I think I can't wait until Senzaki gets back, and we'll be able to announce the vote and hold our little ceremony. So
go ahead.
I just want to say I think that Fearless is a fool, only because he did not vote for me. I think that Wonky deserved the vote, but I think when he said he was first place, he was obviously incorrect. Future is now, and you guys will all be left in the past. But, so starting with Wonky's build, I really like it. It's very simple. I don't think I could have designed it myself, just because I'm terrible with texture, as you look at my block over there. I think that this was an obvious second place for me. I think that Fearless, when I looked at your base, it looked impressive from the outside. I think architecturally...
He's holding his sword. I'm sorry.
Architecturally, that it doesn't make any sense. And the inside was a little bit cramped. It felt like you did a lot with the space, but it felt like you tried to do too much with the space. Like I said, color palette, it was beautiful. I'm not a acacia hater, so I think acacia is one of my least favorite woods, but it's definitely nothing I knock points off for. Yeah, overall, really nice build. He's gonna take out Foxy.
Oh, I'm gonna die! No, maybe not. Oh, come on, leave me alone. Oh, now the berries are gonna kill me.
I'll free you.
Thank you. You get to break today.
Finally, my vote is actually going to the... Oh my gosh, I got to... My vote is going to go to the third person that I'm going to talk about today. Obviously first place, even over mine, honestly. I love the color palette. I loved everything about it. There were some inconsistencies, but I don't think I can hold them against you nearly as much as Fearless's. So,
wow.
I just wanted to go ahead and throw my vote in for it again for the first time, not the third time at all. So, Wonky, do you want to give us a heart-wrenching speech about your vote?
Okay, and this time don't talk over him.
Just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna mute myself.
He just shrugs and puts it in there, and that's it.
I don't think he can hear us anyway.
No, he can't hear us, can he?
Nope. I mean, I hope not, because he's just kind of sitting there swatting. Just everybody look at him, see if he picks up on it.
He's too busy planting the berries. Let's circle him. Like sharks.
I think this is quality video.
This is the quality content that people are coming for when they hear berrycraft. They're looking for this.
All right. Well, I will say this for the first time that I chose my mine based on sort of like oh, I can't talk. I guess it was a sort of process of elimination, because I love them all so much, and I just had to keep walking back and forth and try to figure out which one just stood out to me the most. And so so I love this one, but this one is actually like a lot more similar to my style, and it was kind of narrow inside and a little bit barren. So I did love it, but it wasn't on the top of my list. And so I narrowed it down to these two, and I love both of them so much. I love this Victorian style. I love the red nether brick, and I don't love the acacia. But one of the things I don't really love is the narrowness at the bottom. It's like structurally, it does throw me off. It seems off balance, and I think that's one of the feelings that unsettles me about it. Is like when I look at it, there's just that one thing. Bye, Wonky.
Bye, Wonky.
Wonky. Bye. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, and so that is what finally left me with NeoIndustries, which also, I mean, like I said, it was really really tough. I spent a lot of time trying to find things wrong with them so that I could figure out which one to vote for, and so it was really the hardest decision. And I ended up going with NeoIndustries because it overall I didn't have a feeling of imbalance. I had sort of this feeling of like. I don't know. I love the futurism, the modernism, the simplicity, and this one was just a little bit enough to be overwhelming, and leave me just enough unsettled so that I couldn't figure out what it was that I disliked. Because once again, it's so good, it all comes together. But then there's still just that one like feeling I couldn't shake. So yeah, so I decided to vote for NeoIndustries.
I think it's the eyes. See, if you look at it, you'll notice that their eye is looking at you from every corner from our build. Because it's always
It
watching.
is. That's
so
what it is.
terrifying.
It's staring at me.
It's staring at your soul.
That doesn't
It
even-
is.
And if you don't vote for it, it eats you.
I'll have to take that chance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, big scary house. But I mean, in addition, you've got like the mobs that are always like trying to like live here, and so yeah, it's
This
a
is
horror
the,
house.
Sorry.
It only wants your soul.
It really is awesome though. So
Yeah,
awesome.
I love it.
Very much so.
Oh my gosh. The berry puns. They're gonna be deadly.
Can't escape them.
This season is gonna be deadly. I am going to lose my mind.
We are still waiting on at least one vote to finish the competition. Let me know which is your favorite build and why. Don't be afraid to judge against us girls. We can take it. If we end up with a tie, we may need help deciding a tiebreaker, so stay tuned. I think this is going to be an amazing SMP, and I am so proud to be a part of it. We have so many talented members, and I can't wait to properly introduce you to my femme fatale faction member, Donut. Apichigo Miigwech, thank you so much for watching. I am so glad you stopped by to check out our channel and see what was new at this amazing, amazing SMP. I hope we see you again next time. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then subscribe for more content from me, Foxy. Giga Waba Min Minawa, which means see you again. Get creative, and most of all, have fun.